Pennsylvania has always been central to presidential campaigns, a keystone, if you will, but not always considered a battleground state. Well, that all changed in 2016. Thanks for joining us for this Fox 29 You Decide election special. I'm Shiba Russell.
And I'm Jeff Cole. In 2016, former President Donald Trump won Pennsylvania by less than 1%. 4 years later, President Joe Biden won by just over 1%.
These razor-thin margins are why broadcast networks around the world consider us a swing state. But one Berks County College professor says, forget all of that. Pennsylvania is not a battleground state, and you don't have to win the Commonwealth to win the White House.
I think once again, it's safe to say that in 2024, Pennsylvania will determine this election.
And I think Pennsylvania is a must-win state.
If you're looking at one state on election night, you watch Pennsylvania.
Truthfully, whatever they're smoking, I'd like to have some of it. It just isn't so. It just isn't so.
Dr. Tim Blessing, a political history professor at Alvernia University.
I'm going to be watching these counties in here.
Has been obsessed with politics since he was a kid. Now at 74, you could call him a data scientist.
And I'm looking at my own numbers.
Your own numbers?
Yeah, and I derive them through use of polls, yes, but I also have all the voting data for every county in the United States dating back to 1892.
His latest number crunching leading him to the conclusion that Pennsylvania is no longer a swing state. The headline on one of his recent Substack blog posts, Trump has virtually no chance in the Commonwealth.
If I were Trump, frankly, I would not try for Pennsylvania, but there's just no point to it. He's going to spend a lot of money here, and his chances of winning are very slight.
When you look at what's happened to this state...
His argument is threefold. First,
the Democratic campaign is very sophisticated here, and what you have are the latest political science techniques being used to identify voters, register voters, keep track of voters, and make certain they vote. And the Republicans are not even close to doing what the Democrats are doing.
Second, the most populated and largest city in Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, overwhelmingly votes blue. Politically predictable.
The Democrats can and generally do win Philadelphia by more than they lose the rest of the state by. So Philadelphia County, in and of itself, makes it virtually impossible for a Republican.
Third, and this might be the biggest difference maker,
in a democracy, there is no place for political violence.
Dr. Blessing says Vice President Kamala Harris has reignited voter enthusiasm, especially among women.
The enthusiasm is high on both sides. But if both sides have the same enthusiasm, the Democrat wins.
Why do you think Kamala is different?
Oh, I don't know. There's an excitement to Kamala. First off, she doesn't seem to be part of the establishment. She does seem to be an outside figure.
Let us write the next great chapter.
Harris is going to represent a no vote against things that have been perceived as been going on for some time.
Do you think that Pennsylvania was a battleground state when Biden was in the race?
I think it was more of a battleground state than it is now. The Democrats were less organized here.
So on election night, what counties will you, Dr. Blessing, be watching?
Well, first off, you want to take a look at the margin, which is being run up in Philadelphia County. You want to look at Bucks County. You want to take a look at Erie County. You want to take a look at Westmoreland County. If Trump can run up a big margin in Westmoreland County, Butler County, Greene County, those counties, and that if he can run up a big enough margin in the Carla counties of Pittsburgh, he has a shot at it. But Erie County, of all the counties in Pennsylvania, Erie County is the one that is most representative of what's going on in the entire state. I think there's going to be a big turnout every place.
And here's how he explains Erie County, a mix of urban, rural, and labor, a great patchwork of Pennsylvania.
The city of Erie is the state's 5th most populous city, according to the last census. About 93,000 residents, so not even close to the population numbers of the city of Philadelphia.